Hey, how is everybody doing? This is Ken for the Information Nation. We're bringing you more stuff. Going to bring you more stuff you're going to want to hear about. Today, we're going to talk about making your own e-juice. Now, everybody it's got this big mystique about it, and I don't know what the problem is here, but it's got this magic mystique that, I can't handle nicotine, and I could never get the mixing right. And that's a load. That is a real load. Because I'm going to tell you something. You don't have to handle nicotine. You don't have to go out and buy pure nicotine. There are companies out there that will sell you everything pre-mixed for you. Your PG, your VG, and your nicotine. All in one container. Let me show you something. Nice bottle, isn't it? 80% VG, 20% PG, 18 milligrams nicotine, already mixed. I don't mix anything. I don't have to. I do not have to mix any nicotine, any PG, any VG. It's already mixed. You know what I have to add? Flavor. That's the only thing I need to add, is flavor. And in this video, I'm going to show you how that's done. Now, a lot of people say, well, there's the steeping, and there's this, and there's that, and there's a load of crap out there, and I'll tell you there is a big load of crap out there. Now, there are some things you will need. You will need a syringe. I get them on eBay or on Amazon. I buy 10 at a time, and I keep reusing them, and I clean them out and reuse them. They're easy to clean out. They come apart. The tip comes off. You just wash it out and put it away. And they're marked. This is a 10 milliliter syringe, industrial. It has let me clear this up so you can see it. Turn the autofocus off. We'll go see the size of the hole in the end of that thing. That is a 14 gauge needle, 2 inches long. The reason I get them 2 inches long, because I've got to get them down to the bottom of these. Yeah, I buy my bottles on Amazon. I buy them in glass, and I bought 2 different styles. I bought this style, and I bought this style with the drip tip. I bought 10 of each. The caps are interchangeable. There's a reason I did that. Because I can make my mix in this, shake it up, put it away, let it steep, do whatever, and I can vape off of this one. When this gets empty, I wash it out and refill it. Put this cap on here, take this cap and put it on here, and I can vape. But most of the time you'll see me, I use my syringe to fill my tanks. This, by the way, is some very good juice. Homemade stuff. Called, let me clear it up for you here, strawberry cherry. So like I say, it is not that difficult of a thing to do. It shouldn't scare you at all. But it will save you money. And I'm going to tell you how much money. What we're going to mix today is we are going to mix vanilla, cream, and the VGPG. Now, to give you an idea, let me look this up on my phone here, and we have the vanilla cost me $8.35. The cream cost me $6.05. Now, the thing is, this is 2 ounces. That's 60 mil. I can get I can make 10 bottles of juice out of this one bottle if I just wanted to make it out of cream or just vanilla. I have also some cherry. I have some amaretto. And I haven't tried the cream yet, so I'm trying to blend a smoother type of e-liquid, so we're going to use the cream. But here's the thing. If you figure I can get 10 of these, where in the heck did I put it? There it is. If I can get 10 of these out of here. Now, in case you're wondering, this I bought from Seduce Juice. It's the same size bottle. Exact same size. All right? So, if I can get 10 of them out of there, it costs me 83 cents worth of concentrate. Now, the what do you call it? The PG-VG mix, I buy in a 32-ounce plastic bottle. It's 20%, 80%, and it's 6 milligram. Now, that cost me $12.79. Now, you figure if these are 1-ounce bottles, this is a 1-ounce bottle. At $12.79, 32 ounces, I can fill this 32 times. So let's figure this whole thing out. I figured it out earlier, but let's look at it this way. At $12.79 and 32 fills, that's 39.9 cents per fill. Or let's round it up to 40 cents. So what we're looking at is $1.25, rounding it up to the nearest quarter. $1.25. This cost me $15. So you figure, let's say 15 divided by 1.25. For $15, I can make 12 of these. Or I can buy one of these. Now, I'm not picking on the people. There are people out there that just don't want to do this. They don't want to keep supplies around the house or anything else. And hey, more power to you. This is not about trying to force you into doing anything you wouldn't normally do. This is about making juice. Now, I'll give you another idea. One of the reasons that I buy this in the amber color, what do they tell you to do when you steep? Cool, dark place. This keeps the liquid dark. Now, steeping is another issue altogether. Drives me nuts. Oh yeah, I take the top off and I put this thing in the closet for 162 days, 4 hours, 37 minutes, and 10 seconds. I don't go any more than that. Come on, people. Let me ask you a question. When you bring home a can of pop, do you open the can of pop up and let it steep? No. What happens? It goes flat. What I do when I steep my liquids, I shake them up, I take the cap off, I let them sit for about an hour or two. I put the top back on, I shake them up, and I put them away. Where do I put them? That's another thing. I put it in the closet. Go to your local tobacco store and get yourself some cigar boxes. Most tobacco stores will sell you a cigar box for $1. I have a cigar box. It's got a lid on it. You know what? When you close the lid, it's dark in there. It gets dark. So I put the cap back on, I put it in the little cigar box, and I let it sit there. The next day, I take it out. I shake it up again. Look at all the bubbles. Open it up. Let it sit for about an hour. Put the cap back on. Shake it up some more. And put it back in the box. I do that for you know, if I'm going to let it steep for some time, I'll do that maybe for 3 days. Then I just put it in the box and forget about it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, what in the heck do you, how do you know what's in what bottle? Well, as I showed you earlier, this one here, you see the little white label on there, that I made on my printer, and this is tape. And I tape it on. And that's the other nice thing with glass, is the fact that you can get the tape off. If you ever decide I don't like that flavor no more, I'm not going to make it, I'm going to make something else. But anyhow, I've rattled on pretty well here. So why don't we put our swimsuits on and dive into the pool, and let's take a very, very good look at how we're going to put this together. Okay, now, the tough part. First thing we're going to do, we're going to make vanilla cream today, so what we're going to do is we're going to label that. And what we do with the label, I already have it made up right there. You see it? Vanilla cream. It's very hard to do this. You get out some tape, peel off a section, take the tape, just till you pick up the vanilla cream label. Then you take it, you put it on there. There it is. There is the vanilla cream. And that's what we're going to make. Now, I color code mine because I do use 3 different sizes of liquid, or 3 different strengths of nicotine. My wife likes the lower stuff. Matter of fact, so do I. I'm getting away from the higher stuff. You can just take your little fingernail, push out all the air bubbles, and there it is. It stays on. It's all done. Right there, vanilla cream. What I do on my printer is where I make my labels. And I just give you an example. There you go. The red ones are the high nicotine. That's 18 milligrams. The black are 12, and the blue are 6, or 0.6 milligrams of nicotine. So you've got an 18, a 12, and a 6. The red color, like I say, and it wasn't that hard to do. Just made it up a little thing and did it on the printer. And when I need a label, I take and I cut a little label out of there and I paste it to the thing. But that's not what we're here for. What we're here to do today is we are going to make some vanilla cream. So you would say, well, how do you calculate that? Okay, it's a 30 ml bottle. So 20% would be 6 ml. Quite simple. 20% of 30 is 6. So if you've got a 30 ml bottle, or what's commonly called a 1 ounce bottle here in the States, and you're going to mix a 20% mixture in here, well, 10% would be 3 ml. 10% of 30 is 3. 20% of 30 is 6. That's what we're going to use. We're going to use 6 ml. It's very simple. You know, everybody goes out and gets these fancy calculators, and they save all of their stuff and all the rest. Me, I write it down on in a Word document so I know what blends I like. If I don't like it, I put it up there, I don't like it, and I don't mix it that way again. So what we're going to do, we're going to use, of the 6, now 10% cream would be 0.6. So we're going to use 20% cream, which is 1.2 ml. So we're going to take the cream and we're going to shake it up. I'm going to open this little bottle up here. And let's back out a little bit so you can see this a little bit. There we go. Okay, we take the cap off. I'm going to put that right there. There's the cream. Oh, does that smell good? We take the syringe. We put it in there and we suck out some cream, and we take a look at this and we go, okay. Go according to the marks on here. You can see where it's at. There you go. 1.6. So now we got to make up 20. So that means on the vanilla, we're going to take 6 and we're going to minus 1.6, which means we're going to do 3.4. 3.4 and 1.2. Actually, we're going to do a little more than that. 4. I'm trying to do this in my head. 4.4. We drag it up there. Take a look at it. And we go right to there. There you can see it. There we go. That takes care of that. So if you take a look in the bottle, I don't know if you can see that. You can see a fair amount of liquid in there. Now you're going to say, okay, yeah, but how are you going to do the other thing? Well, see, what I do is I put my VGPG solution in, they're like ketchup bottles. They're condiment bottles. You get them at the local thing. I think they were like 59 cents. Got a little cap on there, real nice. They're plastic. I put the juice in there, and then I shake it. You want to shake it because you want to make sure that it's mixed. Got to make sure that it's all mixed up. Now that I know that I'm mixed up, that it's mixed up, sorry about that. And I got some all over my hands, which I normally don't do. I don't know why the heck that happened, but oh, I took the cap off a little too soon. All right. Then what I do is I take and I fill it up to about where the curve starts, right up here. Very hard to do. You just watch it fill up. There you go. Oh, that smells so good. Put the cap back on. You can see where it's filled up to. We'll shake it up. Yep, plenty of bubbles. Plenty of bubbles. Tiny bubbles in my juice. Don't bend over or you'll get goosed. Sorry about that. So we shake it up. I don't know if you can see the bubbles in there or not. Probably not through this this dark glass. Let's I'll try focus here. You can see some of the little bubbles like down in here and that. But you can see that I fill it right up to about here. Right up to where the curve starts. That leaves me enough room for air. And then, like I say, I take it, I shake it up. See what it smells like. Let's go. Oh, that has a wonderful aroma to it. Really a wonderful aroma. And that's how it's done. That is how you do it. You take it, you leave the cap off, you take it and set it in a nice safe area and let it steep for about an hour or 2 or 3. And then just Cover it back up. Put it away. That's the other nice thing with the amber glass. If I don't have a place to put them, I just leave it in the amber glass. Put it in the where no direct sunlight or anything gets at it. Put the cap over there. And we'll let them sit there. We'll let it sit there. Some of the stuff, I'm going to tell you one that's a little bit funky. I made this one here. I don't know how well you can see that. It's called root beer. There we go. Root beer. Root beer is kind of funny to make, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when I first made it, it was milky. Yeah, it was kind of like water, and somebody put some milk in it. It was very cloudy. And I shook it up, and I shook it up, and I let it steep, and I said, oh, for crying out loud, that stuff is terrible. And after a couple of days, actually the root beer needed to steep for almost 2 weeks. Just sit. Now look at it. Nice color to it. And guess what? It smells just like root beer. But it had to sit and steep a little while longer. So you'll learn through trial and error exactly how to get this stuff done. And let me tell you something. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to save money. But it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. I'll put the link below for e-liq, where I buy my supplies at, the juice and the concentrate. Now, there's some concentrates that they don't have. I'm looking for a really good custard, and if anybody knows where I can get a good custard, drop it in the links. Drop it down in the comments below, because they don't have that. They do have just about everything else. I mean, they've got the amaretto and the cherry and vanilla and cream and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you can save money doing this. A lot of us are into rebuilding. 2 reasons why we want a sub-home. Other people are into rebuilding. Why? To save money. And I'm going to tell you something. With the way the government's going right now, and everybody's going to tax the e-juice, screw them. Make your own. What are they going to tax you on if you're not buying nicotine? I'm not buying nicotine. I'm buying a blend. We got to fight these bastards any damn way we can. One way is to join CASA. And you join CASA, you'll get alerts. You'll get notified. The other thing that I would recommend is a website called Vapedom. Strictly for vapors. It's a Facebook style page, but it's not like Facebook. You haven't got everybody posting the kitty, the little kitty pictures and the cat pictures and all the cutesy stuff and all the rest of it. It's about vaping. So those of you who are vapors out there, I would recommend, hey, check it out. I'll put the link below. I'll put all my links below so you've got something to go and take a look at. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a long video, and it's over 20 minutes already, and I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I ramble. Sometimes I Chevrolet or Ford. I mean, I don't know. And older people will understand what I'm saying. But like I say, it's not that difficult. You buy the bottles on Amazon. You can buy the syringes on Amazon. You can buy I bought them. I bought these tips. Box of 50 of them. Now, until the numbers wear off on this one's starting to go, and then I'll get another syringe out. And unless I break a tip, this tip will last forever. But they do screw on. I'll show you what these things look like. For those of you who don't know. There is like a thread right here, so you pop it up in there and you turn them and they lock in place. So if that breaks off, or, I've got spares. This will probably last me. I'll probably pass these on to my will. But like I say, I buy the 14 gauge, 2 inches long. That way it's got the nice wide opening, because then I can use it for some of the thicker e-juices that I vape. So anyhow, that's it. Don't have nothing else for you. Sorry about that. Not until the next time anyhow. So in the meantime, in between time, you know what's coming after this, don't you? Hey, this has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. Everything here is my opinion. Anybody under the age of 18, leave this stuff alone. Please. And in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Hey, have a great day.